Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of the series to build a onboarding app. All right, I'm back on my home screen, and now we're going to go ahead and add a path to the button here, so that way it actually works. We're going to put this on our onboarding dashboard screen, whatever, the gallery that shows it. So click here, and on the on select, we're going to put launch. Not launch, I'm sorry. Navigate, and then the name of the screen, which is onboarding, and then we're going to put it on fade. Okay. Now we're going to test it out by holding down Alt, the button. It should take us to our onboarding screen. It does. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our new form perform as an edit form. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on our button that we're using to navigate to the thing. So open this up a little bit. And I'm going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set that variable. So it's set full variable. Okay, next I'm gonna copy off my other app, a few of the variables that I created, and I'm gonna get rid of a couple of them. I don't think they're necessary anymore. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set our GV user form mode to edit. This tells me that the user form is going to be in edit mode, and then I'm going to grab the whole entire record because I'm using this item and storing it in a variable called GV for variable edit record. Some of these here, I don't know why. Rid of them. Just hold on for a second. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up quick. Some of the stuff I'm going to put back. Right now, I don't want to have any errors right now. Okay, so starting at the top, we're going to set our form mode to edit, which that'll be transferred over to the new item, the new form that I made yesterday on the last video. And then we're going to push the whole record into a variable called GV edit record. And then we're going to pull set div ID. Oh, we have the div, right? And then I just got to change this name to the appropriate name. The new edit. Okay, so we'll go new. Oops. Form. Number B. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this button. Whoops, I'm on the wrong button. I need to be on the first one. So I'm going to cut or select all and cut, and then we're going to do this, paste it, and then we're going to go in here. All right, now since we're in edit, now what we're going to do is we're going to assign the default values to this. Like we want it to pop up, right? So what we'll do is the first control, we're going to go to the default field, right? We're going to go if CV user form mode equals edit CV edit record dot already. I don't remember what it is now. This real quick. I don't remember. CAC issued. Okay, so we're going to call this one CAC issued. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the thing, but the rest are the same. All right, so what I'm going to do now is go to the combo box next. Now this, since it's a record, it's a drop down, you need to create a record, the default, right? But this one's going to be default selected items. You always start out like this. You're going to go curly braces, left curly brace, capital word, capital V on value, and then CV edit record, but email. Actually, you can do ID here too. No, not ID. It's got to be object ID. Then we'll close it. Okay. That's by default. Okay, so and it came back as blank. At least it did. And yes. See it in here. Okay, we'll do it. Now, first thing we're going to do, we got to go in front of this and say if CV edit record, no, edit record, user form mode equals edit. Because we need to delineate between the new and the edit, right? So we got to put that condition in there, and that we don't want their email address to be pulling in the box. We want the display name so it looks friendly, right? So we're going to pull the user profile information. We're going to use, but we need to pull out this, bring it up front, and then we're going to go and concatenate it. And then on the end, we're going to put the display name, 65 user profile, entry. Oh, I can't look at this guy. So I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Forgot the parentheses. for the double quotes around it. Now it's so we're going to gv edit for dot email dot name and curly bracket. Okay, and we're going to close. Oh, there's still an error. If gv form, okay, so I'll show because oops, let me do that. So if gv user mode equals edit, I'm going to put value up front and Officer 65 user profile, gv edit, email, display name, and this is okay, so what's expecting a table value. Interesting. Oh, okay. So there we go. Struggle a little bit on that one. All right, now the rest of these are text boxes, so I'm going to select them all. And I want to make sure, so I don't have to search for the default value. I can do that. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to paste and oops, I'm going to grab first part here, paste it. No, so all we got to do is put the property in. So reselect them all again. So just save us low. Okay. Now they're all going to be errors right now because they're complete. First one is going to be last name. Close it. The next one, name. Close it. Div ID. Div ID. Okay. And then email address will be email. Phone. Phone. Close it. And then this will be cell phone, if I remember right. No. And this one is job title. All right. Now remember we set this up so that way when all the fields are full, you're gonna go ahead and open up that container. All right, so this is our manager, right? So if this on the on change, I'm going to need variable for the manager. So it'll be, we're going to grab this variable here to the selected items. Oh, it looks like, okay. So going in blank. So what you want to do is this. We just go right. If is blank, but for some reason the manager's not coming up. Oh, I know why. It's because it's working off of this, and since this is just the default value, it's not a real value. What we're gonna have to do is this part of it. So, all right. So if is blank manager, set this. Otherwise, that GB edit record. Email. And we're going to close it. Oh, let's see. Thank. We're going to go back to our button on the screen, right here. We're going to set that since this should have the manager in it. Let's see. We'll go. All right, in here. I'll do here if TV user what's going on here? So in here, two items. somewhere. Somewhere now. Let's save it. Pause the video so I reboot this. All right, so we're gonna go if. I restarted my app because it was actually funky. GV user or mode equals edit. Left curly brace view. Their profile. UV direct. Provide their email. Display name. Close it. So I'll put some supervisors in. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the defaults. We're going to get rid of that. Same thing. If it's in the clipboard. Oh. All right. So I'm going to grab. And this one. I'll go. Generally what it's going to be. Text boxes first. They're going to be low. But default. But go here. Close it. Okay. This one is street address. Close. City. State. Oops. Sit. State. Zip. Number. And this one will be room number. All right, so that's our form. Now what we want to do is I want to hide all of these. I mean, everything should be hidden until they select something from here, right? So this one and this one is going to be a little different. So myself, so we're going to install. Check issued equals yes. Because we're only going to use this. Oh, whoops. Keep forgetting it's visible. Visible, you don't use that. You can't put your conditional statements. It's going to be good. Okay. So we want it. So basically, if it's blank or it says no, we don't want that being up. So let's do it that way. Now, the rest of these field, because they're going to be the same value. I'm going to say visible if PO issued dot value equals yes, no, or paste it, but we're going to change this to yes and combo box line dot selected say combo box mail is not blank. Okay, so it says no, they just want it to populate. If the clicks yes, they got to fill in a combo box first because combo box is going to populate most of the field, right? So then now that this is already set, anything all filled in, it's not going to show. Since we're in the edit form, we go no. Now, one thing we need to add is what constitutes this. So when you're in the edit form, you're going to have it set up so that way we're still going to need this open. It's set on this right now. So we need that conditional. Let's go ahead, these again. And then we're going to say, I'm going to create a or statement inside the and. Do that by parentheses around it. Or CV user, no, a record dot supervisor email. Oh, whoops. Okay. Since this has got a value in it, as you can see here, it's this or this, and the yes is selected. Okay, so we don't want it. Now I need to do the same thing for the combo box. This, and then we're going to go here and here to cut out, set in there, and then for yes, nothing's changed. Or what we select here. All right, we got one more piece of information to update. Well, we got to deal with this. Ooh, why is that? Interesting. On a completely different screen, but okay, I don't remember. But I'm not doing it. Oh, I bet you I put. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we need to set the default for this, right? Because we want the picture to show it's supposed to be. So we're going to click here to default. Oh no, it's image. Image. So it says if is blank, CV cat class user. Oh, this should be CV record. I think this is one of the things I deleted out of the command. I'm not going to use it this. So we're going to go CV edit dot picture image. Okay, and that is person's image. This profile. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to modify this. So instead of just saying add new user, we're going to say if CV user form mode equals new. It's going to say add new user. Otherwise, it's going to say edit user information for, close it, and CV edit last name and there be the name. Edit. Do this sometimes. Something wrong with it. See, when you're in edit mode now, it'll say this. If you're new, it's just going to say add new user. Now, since we're in the edit mode, we're going to change this as well. So I'm going to go to text. We're dealing with a button. If CV user mode equals new, create user. Otherwise, we're going to update user. Oh. Get it capitalized. Right. Now, that looks complete now. This is dependent on the form mode. Almost everything on this page is dependent on that one variable, right? Depending on what to do. So now we want to change something here. So we want to change her profile information from 9632 to 9640. We hit update user profile. I got a distinct impression. I just okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Get it over here. Got a feeling I need. Cool. All right, so basically every time we hit this button, no matter what it does, it's going to create a new record. Okay, we don't want it to do that. So we need to put some conditions in front of here, right? So we're going to go if CV user mode equals new. A little bit so it looks clean. All right, and then this thing we're going to do is if UV equals new, is in here. I need one more of these. Okay. Same thing here. So these two won't run unless it's in the new one. This is basically now this one could run either way. It doesn't affect anything. This one here makes a new record, right? So you don't want that to run. And then this one here, we don't have to put it up front because we want this to run no matter what. Right? But we want it to run only. We only want it to. The only thing we need to change in this is what record it's doing. Is it creating a new record? Is it updating? Oh wait, this one's fine because it's looking at, see, it's using docset ID, right? So I could leave this pretty much intact if I wanted to. Or I can change what ID it's. So I in here, if CV user form mode equals new box ID or CV edit record dot yeah, let's look at the ID. Okay, so that's right. So this will run dependent on, you know, if it's in new mode, it's going to use the docset ID up here. Okay. If it's in edit mode, it's going to go to the record that I have stored in this variable and use the ID field. And as well as you know, that ID field in the back, um, one of these. Okay. So it just depending on where the ID is coming from. Since it's stored in this record, you can just pull it from here. And we don't have to change the rest. I mean, I could have left this to lookup alone and just put the if statement up front. Or I could just change the ID it's looking for inside the thing. So you want to make this simple and easy to read. And then once you fill this in, now, so now if we go in here, now we know that this is actually um, an addition. I'm going to go ahead that record. What I'm going to do here, though, I know we got it sorting by last name right now, I think. Oh, it's by ID. Okay, never mind. I'm going to do what it says here. At the end, we're going to change the sorting back to, what is because it's putting the highest number up top. So I think this is the actual we're working on. Nope, it was a different one. But all right, so let's make sure this works. Okay, so we're gonna change this number to 12. Okay, when you hit update user profile, and then go back into it. Why is it? Oh, I think it's the here. It's that other variable. I'm gonna pause the video for a second. I wanna. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I need to do a little more configuration before I suit this issue. So we're gonna go on this button right here, and we're gonna have it create a new item. So we're going to on select, open this up, and we know we got to do one variable at, right? User mode. So we're going to go set CV user form mode equals new. And we know we got to do navigate user form aid. Or why is it bad? Oh, that didn't fix it. Oh, it's not equals. We're setting the variable, so you need to put a comma between. All right. So make sure. All right, so we do need to reset all the fields. So, and the other thing I got to put in here, I need to set that GV edit record to blank. So that way, that make sure there's no. Okay, and then we're going to reset all our fields on our form to. We want to make sure they're all blank when they come up. It's a new form. Okay, if you use the form control, you just got to hit reset form. It's really easy, but I like my custom form, so I don't mind doing a little extra work. And then we're navigating to the screen, right? All right, so when we come up, things blank. Now, one thing I want to do here is I'm going to go to visible. I'm going to say self dot is blank dot. Basically, it's saying it's going to be invisible. Oh, it does have image in there because default image is it's nothing. It's image you see right there. Is blank GB record is blank. Submit button. If is blank, add media button to dot media. Yeah, so I don't want. I want this to be blank unless there's a. So I don't want you. I only want the same. All right, so I'm gonna go yes. Need to use keyboard. So okay. Now, right now we ain't got nothing set up for the new form. I'll pause the video for a second. Okay, I finally got through everything. So now let's, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to, we're gonna go back to our form here. So now let's go to screen here. So when we hit, just to double check, we're gonna hit our new button, and it says no. It's gonna show. I wonder why it didn't reset. Okay, I'm sorry I had to pause the video again, but I had to fix some things that were I thought were fixed. When I click on the edit button on the person, it now brings up, all their information. Okay. And so if we go back and click on our new item again, now shows we had no, it's got a blank field. Hit yes, it only shows the combo box. And when you come in here, and if we pick just a random person, just reload everything that is necessary for the thing. But since there's no employee ID in here, or this personal phone is not an active directory, which there is a field for it. We go in here and put some data in here, and we put our phone numbers in here. It does populate the person's information, and hit create user. So the add user form and the edit form are now both on. Okay. So if we go back in here and we'll do one more double check, we'll do Megan. Here you see it does show edit information. It shows edit button. It says update, not create, and it brings in all. Put that person is now done. So now we're going to build dashboard for the onboarding people. Now this next screen we're going to build is literally going to be for all. Okay, this is just for onboard. We've only done stuff for onboarding up to. Okay. Now we're going to go. Now one thing I need to add in here is a cancel button. We want to cancel. If we want to stop, not save what we're doing, just want to get out of this screen, we need to have a way to get back. So what I'm going to do is, inside this label here, I'm going to insert cancel button, cancel item. Okay, you can use a cancel badge, or you can use cancel. I just use cancel. All right, so typically I make these 40 by 40, which is about the right size, and then make it white. And then only command we need is to go gate, and then we're going to go back to recording. Now this and takes me back. Reloads. Okay. So next screen we're going to build is the the actual overall dashboard for the onboarded member. This is just a list. This is like an onboarded directory, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to create another blank screen. Call this the user dashboard. So this isn't for onboarded people, it's for the search too, right? So this is the user dashboard. I'm going to give it a neutral color. I just don't like it. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a navigation bar on the left side. So first what we're going to do is we're going to insert a rectangle here, bring it down away, and then width, We don't need it real well. And then I'm going to put 3 icons over here for 3 navigation. First one is going to be the home button. Okay. The next one is going to be our. Now, this last one, I'm going to use a picture because it's going to signify which search mode we're going to. It's going to be our search button. It's another way of going to the search. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert an image instead. And I'll bring it down here. Here. Actually, let's move this down a little bit. But distance apart. Insert text label here. The width of the thing. Center it. And and this is going to say main screen. Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to make them all white at the end. I know they're real hard to see right now. So I'm going to bring this down just to get it off. But click it again, paste. This one be 2. Okay. A bit smaller, so it's and big. Okay. Now, I'm going to have this switching between 2 images. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the image and upload a few images. My image computer. This one. So 2 icons I need. Do this. Now this text box is going to flip back to 2 different things. We are going to tweak this. So now what I'm going to do, thing I just put on here, other than the image, I'm going to make it turn white just easily on the back. Okay. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the user form mode. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to use a different variable. Okay, user form mode is used for the form, so I'm not going to do that. So what we need to do now is we need to go back to the main screen. And depending on I'm trying to think of a good name for this. Let's see what I called it. I don't remember. Just give me a second here, and I can tell you exactly what I called it. Oh, I guess I used the user form. what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable app mode. And we're going to the onboarding. Onboarding. Oops, can't use equals. Good. I'm going to this. This. I didn't realize something here. All right, so we're going to say app. Which mode are we in? Now we're going to go. So I use your dashboard. Now I'm going to put. We're going to put an if statement here, right? If UV app mode equals users. We want the image to be. I didn't look. Person search. Okay. Otherwise, make it like. So basically, if they don't select user search, if the GP mode equals you, oops, I got them backwards. Let's do this. So team search. I want the teams icon to be the default. And when you click on this, it's going to flip to the other one. So this is going to be basically saying what pictures. So we're going to go like this. If TV app mode equals search, teams, otherwise open user. I was right to start. So if it equals user search, team search, because the user search should be open. And if it's team search, user search, team search, and then figure this here. All right, so, and this will actually, so for when we unselect this, I say set TV app mode to Teams TV app mode equals team search the app equal search. Okay, so if it equals onboarding and you click the button, since it's saying open team search, we're going to set the app mode to team search. If the app mode equals team search, I'm going to set it to user search. It's being angry at me. And then if it's neither one of those, we're going to set it to team search. Okay. I know it's forgetting something. There we go. So if you watch it, nothing's changing. Okay, let's try again. I'm not switching it. Let's look at the on select again. All right, I'm just going to pause it. See, I think I got this right. I want to make sure. Okay, I got it working. So when you click it, so basically, when you click this, it just switches between the two, right? But when you hit onboard, it's going to start on the Teams. So the whole point of this is when you click on here, it'll bring up the Teams applet, which will switch this back to user search. When you click here, it'll switch the status to user search and it'll flip back to Teams. So it's always looking at the next, set the next thing. But the team search is the default. So it's our navigation. So now we're going to select, we're going to go on select for the home button, and now it's going to take us back to the loading screen. So only thing we really need to do is put a navigation thing in here for loading. And then this one will take you back to the set yet? Nope, I didn't. You don't navigate. Onboarding. Okay, so we'll start out. We're gonna go here. Okay, works. User dashboard. Let's go back to onboarding. That works. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build. This has two panes. Okay. So the left pane over here is going to be your basically your search area or display template. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a label here, and we'll go over to okay, and then I'm going to make this color. Wait, just needs a stamp. And then I'm going to insert a rectangle to give this some shape. Okay. And we'll make this here. So I'm just trying to. You don't have to do it like this if you don't. And then I'm going to insert another rectangle because I'm going to make a vertical here. We're going to make our width 2. Okay. Then height, I'm going to do parent dot. That way changes. Got it. Line. Okay. Now, second pane over here is going to be our. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make these two things dynamic. So our width, actually I can both. I'm going to set the width for these. It's going to be based off its x. Okay. So basically, you're going to do tangle 4 x minus self self. So what happened now is click this. I change the x to 100. See what happens? Auto adjust the width of those two boxes. So that way, if we only want this wide, it works just fine. Okay. Now, we're not going to really mess with this area right now. We're mainly going to do this one because this is a little longer. First thing I'm going to do, screen, should I get on? All right, so first thing I'll put up here is I want an image of the person to be shown. Okay, so I'm going to insert an image, control. There you go. Okay. And what I did on other app is it's 150 by 150. So the width is 150. Then I'm going to insert a label here. I'm going to go screen. Five, which is exactly half. I'm going to make this here. And then I'm going to like, we are going to have stuff in here. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to insert the filler. Actually, no, I'm going to use a label. Make it a lighter blue. Okay. Looks like okay. Then I'm going to put, next thing I'm doing is I'm putting 4 tabs of here. That's going to be our 4th thing: personal, our work, our training, and our system. So first thing you do is you're going to put in gallery tends to take the words, but here, first thing we're going to do is set up here. Well, no, the rep count's 1. Okay, so now what I did, what I like to do, what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to create a collection. No, I barely put it in there because it ain't gonna change. So for our items, we're gonna make a table. So we're gonna go brackets, our 4 items, tabs. This one is gonna be personal. Second one is gonna be work. Third one's gonna be training. And fourth one will be okay. Now, nothing's showing it here because we haven't put any controls in here yet. This is just literally those. So we're gonna click on this, and we are going to set our template size, not this. We're going to go parent width divided by 4 just to see where it does. That's way too big. So we'll go 5. We'll work with that. It's probably going to be like 4.6 or something. It's pretty close. So first thing we're going to do, we'll go in here we're going to insert a put your flip the corner. And we're going to, we want it to look like tabs. Right? So the top two corners are going to be curved, and the bottom two corners are going to be not curved. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to the R's. It's top. Yes, two bottoms, two tops. Bottoms is 0, left and right, and then top left 220. Then there, huh? And then the other one, okay. So you can see they're starting to come together now. And then I can tell you right now that. So I'm going to stretch the button across. Let's do 6. 6 is pretty good. We'll start with that. And then what I want to do is I'm going to switch these buttons. Still a little too big. Let's go like, it's too much. 3, 2, 2 works. So 2. We want them close, but not. Now, this button, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the text. Okay. And I forgot to add the IDs to the items of the galleries. I'll do that here in a second. This is very, I mean, I could do without it. It makes it easier to use IDs. So this is going to be this. Can't set these yet. So we need to do fix control this. It is our. All right, so we're going to do ID 1, comma, IU personal. But we need to, since we're doing 2 fields inside of an entry, we got to turn them into records. Okay. See? Up here, ID 2, U, work. Three, 2, training. And then the 4, test. And now it's, so now we're going to go back in here. Go to this item dot IU. See what it has. Go ahead and set. But 4 tabs. The way these tabs are going to work is those IDs we assign to each of these tabs, it's going to determine what you see down here. Clean this stuff. Don't worry, there's going to be stuff in here soon. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to build out one tab at a time so we get them all done. Actually, we only got about 10 more minutes on this video, and then we're going to start 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this top part. Now, anytime we're dealing with the data side of this, the variable is going to be GV set record. And if we're doing searches, it makes it easier to control if we don't have. So, sample image here is going to be GV record picture. Okay. As you can see, the picture works. Now, let's see here. This top row right here is going to say the person's name, and then we're going to put what section. So on this top one, we're going to say GV edit record last name and GV edit first name. And then we are going to center. We're going to blow this up to like 3. And 50 works. So I'm going to bold it. And down here, text down here is going to be GV edit section. Center it. Go big. Like that. Alright, so we're going to change the bold to bold. The print so basically it lets them know who the person is, where they work, and now over here I'm going to insert another label. This label right here is going to tell whether they're onboarded or you doing a user. It's basically going to say onboarded. If this is an onboard record. Center it, 30, hold. And then I'm going to make the background like an obnoxious color. So it stands out. So I'm going to make this triangle a different color than this. That works. This one's on Flash. Now this should only be up here if the user mode is onboarding. So let's test this out, make sure it works. one here. No, it's cool. Huh. See, when I turned on that variable, that's what happened. We're gonna put one more button, which let no speed there, but it won't be doing anything for a while. Set up more stuff for work. I'm gonna upload my picture of Meet the Team. Which is right here. I'm gonna drop it in right here. And ability is gonna be the same. All right. Then the last thing I'm gonna probably do for this video is we're gonna have one more icon, and then we'll call it for this video, and we'll meet back up in part 3. So we're gonna go and insert sync icon. Put it right here. Make it white so you can see. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to do a refresh on our data. Library. And now I'm going to save and push it. We're going to call it tonight. So I hope you learned a lot. So now we got one more video and we should be done with this app.